There are now 74,281 cases of coronavirus in the country. As per the latest government data, the death toll stands at 2,415. Maharashtra remains the worst affected state at this point. Out of those 74,000 odd cases, 24,427 cases are from the state of Maharashtra. 921 deaths have been reported so far in the state. Over to Gujarat, where the number of cases now stands at 8,903 with 537 deaths being reported so far. Tamil Nadu seen a huge spike in the number of cases, 8,718 cases so far in the state and 61 deaths that have been reported so far. Those are the latest figures as of 6:30 this morning. We're also summing up the top 5 developments on the story. The Delhi Customs on Wednesday seized over 5 lakh masks, 952 PPE kits and 57 litres of sanitizer which were being smuggled to China from the airport. Government has banned the export of PPE kits, masks and sanitizers since March 19th. The Delhi Customs have started an investigation into the matter. Former Union Minister and member of the Karnataka Legislative Council, CM Ibrahim, has written to BS Yediyurappa over the opening of mosques. In the letter, the former Union Minister has requested permission to allow people to offer prayers in mosques and maidans. The Rajasthan government has allowed 6 categories of shops and business establishments, including those selling building materials and air conditioners, to open in the state. Restaurants, eateries and sweet shops will open only for takeaway and home delivery. This as over 200 positive cases were reported in Rajasthan in the last 24 hours, taking the state's total to over 4,100. After running Shramik Special and Rajdhani Special trains, Railways is now preparing to run Mail Express special trains across the country. The Railway Ministry has issued a circular introducing the provision of waiting list tickets, not only for its operational special trains but also for more such trains. And on day 8 of the Vande Bharat mission, 4 flights carrying over 580 stranded nationals landed in India. 2 flights carrying 234 stranded Indians from Kuwait reached Indore today. Another flight with 177 passengers from Kuwait reached Ahmedabad. An Air India special flight brought back 178 stranded Indians from Dubai to Amritsar. So the Prime Minister Cares Fund Trust has allocated 3,100 crore rupees for the fight against coronavirus. An amount of 1,000 crores has been allocated for migrant labourers. It will be used to strengthen the existing measures being taken for the welfare of migrants and the poor. This amount will be provided to states and union territories. 2,000 crore rupees will be allocated for the manufacturing of 50,000 ventilators. The ventilators purchased will be made in India and will be provided to government-run hospitals and states. 100 crore rupees have been allocated for vaccine design and development. This comes days after the opposition had questioned the utilization of the PM Cares Fund and why it wasn't being used to help the migrants. The trust, headed by Prime Minister Modi, was formed on March 27th, aimed at strengthening the fight against COVID-19 in India. Thousands of migrants are heading back to their home villages. The government recently started special trains to facilitate their return, but many are continuing the long journey home all on their own. Even as they continue to suffer, politics on this issue has peaked.
Meet India's Atmanirbhar, self-reliant migrants. When the wait for a train got too long, this man built himself a hand-pulled cart to pull his pregnant wife and 2-year-old child from Hyderabad to Balaghat in Madhya Pradesh. He pulled through all 650 kilometers. No self-pity, a bit of fatigue and a massive sense of accomplishment.
तो आपकी मेडिकल जांच वगैरह हो गई?
हाँ, हो गई.
Meet this young lad and his mother. One bull shot on a bullock cart they take turns to fill in, pushing through an arduous 700-kilometer journey from Maharashtra to Madhya Pradesh. Meet them all.
आज 15 दिन हो गया, 15-16 दिन लगभग हो गया जाने में। अम्बाला से अम्बाला में भूखे मर रहे थे, तब से चल दिया हमने।
They don't want your pity.
कितने दिन से चले हो?
6 दिन हो गया।
चलते चलते ऐसे
जी।
क्यों साइकिल क्यों खरीदना पड़ा?
क्योंकि कंपनी में खाना होने के लिए कोई व्यवस्था नहीं था।
They've got their hands dirty. They have earned their own bread and they don't want to beg.
10 दिन से परेशान थे, लास्ट में मजबूर होकर के हम लोग एक ऐसी किया कि नहीं, अब किसी ना किसी हाल में अपना राज्य जाना है, जिंदा रहेंगे तो बहुत पैसा कमाएंगे।
These men, these women with their little children, these anxious faces are self-respecting, have been self-reliant. All they want is to get home. Be it state or centre, they've had no one in their corner. But what they do have is politics pinned to their name. With no real mention of migrant crisis in his much anticipated speech, the Prime Minister gave just about enough elbow room for criticism.
बेटे बेटियां सड़कों पे हजारों किलोमीटर चल रहे हैं, भूखे प्यासे चल रहे हैं। मैं सरकार से विनती करता हूं, इनको आप घर पहुंचाइए, इनके बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा डालिए।
The BJP was quick to defend.
प्रधानमंत्री ने सबकी चिंता की है, गरीब मजदूर से लेकर किसान से लेकर MSME सेक्टर में जो लोग हैं उनको लेकर सबकी चिंता की है। लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी आलोचना में लगी हुई है। जिस तरह कांग्रेस पार्टी व्यवहार कर रही है, देश कांग्रेस को कभी क्षमा करने वाला नहीं।
Politics will peak over the migrant issue. Migrants, on paper, simply bunched together as one nebulous group. This man breaking down, migrant. This man finding a spot for his family, migrant. This child refusing to let go of her prized possession, migrant. This long march that continues, despite the rhetoric, despite the politics, despite the lip service, even despite your sympathy. Left with little option, the Atmanirbhar migrant walks on. With Bureau Inputs, Preeti Chaudhary, India Today.
The COVID-19 pandemic has left its impact on all sectors of the economy. MSMEs are one of the worst hit. Here's a report on their plight.
Medium, small and micro enterprises keep the Indian economy going. They contribute around 30% to the GDP. To know how badly they are hit, one visit to any of the MSME hubs is enough. There are over 12,000 industries in Noida, an industrial hotspot of Uttar Pradesh. Now they are all shut. Raw materials stuck, supply disrupted, and over 1,500 crore rupee due in salary payments to workers.
हमारी सबसे बड़ी समस्या ये है कि ये लॉकडाउन के बीच में जो यहाँ के श्रमिकों को तनख्वाह देनी है, तकरीबन 1500 से 1700 करोड़ रुपए यहाँ नोएडा की सैलरी बैठती है। उसके लिए हमने आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से, हमने आदरणीय वित्त मंत्री जी से निवेदन किया है कि इस सैलरी को ESI का पार्ट बनाना चाहिए।
The effect of the coronavirus-induced lockdown can be felt in every sector, everywhere. Imagine even ice creams are not selling in these peak summer months.
पूरा इस समय तो ये मान के चला मुश्किल से हमारा पूरे सीजन का 10% कम हुआ होगा। बाकी हमारा ये जो पीक टाइम होता था 90% बिल्कुल।
In UP's Firozabad, the bangles industry is losing its glitter. Due to the lockdown, there are no Eid bazaars and no demand. Glass bangle makers say social distancing is hard to ensure.
ये चूड़ी प्रक्रिया में कारीगर एक दूसरे से सटकर खड़ा होता है, सटकर काम करता है, जबकि सरकार के द्वारा इतने नियम कानून बना दिए गए हैं जो कि हमारे लिए पालन करना संभव नहीं है।
Surat, the world's biggest diamond polishing hub, is seeing a glimmer of hope. Diamond industry has opened in Hong Kong and India contributes 38% to that market.
आज की तारीख के दिन बेल्जियम का एंड्रोप मार्केट भी धीरे धीरे स्टार्ट होने जा रहा है। इसके कारण लोगों की मानसिकता में भी थोड़ा परिवर्तन आएगा, मनोबल भी बढ़ेगा और अगले दिन शायद अमेरिका, यूरोपियन कंट्री, दुबई जैसे मार्केट कार्यरत हो जाती है तो ये डायमंड इंडस्ट्री फिर से पटरी पर चढ़ जाएगी।
While the government may offer collateral-free loans to MSMEs, the small firm owners are worried how they repay the loans they take. For any revival to happen, demand has to pick up first. Bureau Report, India Today.
And this morning, let's also get you the state-wise data that we have on the coronavirus outbreak. Maharashtra is the worst affected state, with total cases nearing the 26,000 mark and the death toll also fast reaching the 1,000 figure mark. A total of 1,495 new cases and 54 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours in Maharashtra. Capital Mumbai too is among the worst affected cities in the country with over 15,000 COVID-19 cases. Mumbai reported 40 deaths in the last 24 hours, the highest in a single day. A total of 596 people have lost their lives in Mumbai alone from the coronavirus. Now, 6 deaths were reported in Pune, while 2 each in Jalgaon and Solapur. Till today, more than 2.3 lakh people have been tested. Out of over 24,000 have tested positive for COVID-19. Very worrying figures are also coming in from the state of Tamil Nadu, where there is a consistent spike in the number of COVID-19 cases. On Wednesday, the state reported 509 new cases and 3 deaths. The total number of cases in Tamil Nadu is now inching towards the 9,000 mark. The maximum number of cases are from Chennai. The city has a total of 5,262 cases, 380 of which were reported yesterday. Chief Minister Edapadi Palanisamy said that the spike in Chennai is due to the Coimbatore wholesale market cluster and that the government is working towards curtailing the spread due to the virus. Meanwhile, Coimbatore district has reported no new cases and all existing coronavirus patients have been cured, which means Coimbatore at this point has no active cases of coronavirus. In total, 2,176 people have been discharged till date in Tamil Nadu. The state has successfully also tested extensively. 2,68,250 people have been tested so far in Tamil Nadu. Moving on to updates from the state of Bengal. In a horrific incident that's come to light in the state, a 70-year-old COVID positive victim was cremated by a government hospital in Kolkata without informing the victim's family. Now, on May 5th, when the victim's family contacted the hospital to inquire about his health, the hospital staff claimed of having no information about him. When the family persisted and again called on May 6th, they were informed that the victim had passed away 4 days back and had already been cremated. The family is yet to receive the death certificate. No medical documents have been handed over so far. The hospital authorities have refuted the family's claim. They say that they followed standard procedure and did communicate on the number provided by the family.
आपकी पिताजी का देहांत 2 तारीख को हुआ एमआर बांगुर हॉस्पिटल में।
हाँ, लेकिन मुझे पता मिला 6 तारीख को खबर मिला था।
कहाँ से खबर मिला?
इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफिस से।
तो इंश्योरेंस के ऑफिस से आपको फोन किया, लेकिन हॉस्पिटल से कोई फोन नहीं आया?
नहीं, हॉस्पिटल में फोन नहीं किया था। हॉस्पिटल में 1 मई मतलब 1 मई को फोन किया था, तो हॉस्पिटल से वार्ड मास्टर फोन किया था, तो उन्होंने कहा जो आपका पापा का कंडीशन सही नहीं है।
फिर 6 तारीख को कॉर्पोरेट इंश्योरेंस के ऑफिस से फोन आया?
हाँ, 6 तारीख को सवेरे 11 बजे इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफिस से फोन आया था। वहीं पे बोला है जो आपका पापा का कुछ इंश्योरेंस वगैरह है। हम लोग बोला नहीं, तो किस कारण से, तो बोल रहा आपको पापा लेट हो चुके हैं। फिर हम लोगों ने वार्ड मास्टर को फोन किए। फोन करने के बाद उनको बोले जो मेरा ये हरिनाथ सेन 370 नंबर बेड, तो इनको क्या हुआ? बोल रहा आप लोग को हमें फोन किया था, लेट हो चुका। हम बोले जो कॉर्पोरेशन इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफिस से आप मेरे को कॉल आता है और मेरे को बोला जा रहा है जो आपका पापा लेट है। आप लोग तो कोई एक बार भी खबर नहीं दिए। और उसके बाद स्वास्थ्य दफ्तर से जहाँ से हम लोग को फोन आया था क्वारंटीन ले जाने के लिए, क्वारंटीन ले चुका है। वो स्वास्थ्य दफ्तर में भी मैं फोन किया उसके बाद, जो उन लोग भी बोल रहा है, जो हाँ हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट में बोल रहा है, जो मतलब हम लोग के पास में भी खबर नहीं है।
क्या सरकार को इस तरह का जो लापरवाही है स्टाफ का, उसके खिलाफ एक्शन लेनी चाहिए, सख्त एक्शन लेनी चाहिए सरकार को?
हाँ, ये तो जरूर, क्योंकि मेरे साथ जो हादसा हुआ है वो हम चाहेंगे यही, जो ये चीज किसी और के साथ नहीं हो गए। तो इस तरह का मतलब खबर जब नहीं मिलता है, जो 4 दिन बाद खबर मिलता है, तो उसमें सर बहुत लगता है।
Over to updates from the national capital, where it seems that the Delhi Metro may be gearing up to resume its operations soon. Videos of metro trains being readied have in fact surfaced, showing arrangements being made for alternate seating to ensure social distancing. The Delhi Metro Rail Corporation issued a statement saying it is working out a detailed cleaning and maintenance procedure, but added that the date for resumption of metro services has not been finalized yet. The Metro Network Managing Body stated that protocol for social distancing in trains and metro premises is also being worked upon. Remember, the Delhi Metro services were suspended on March 22nd, 3 days before the nationwide lockdown was announced.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.